Long story short, the worst gamer deaths ever. Imagine dying while playing a game. Let's see if that actually happens.
The StarCraft incident. On August 5th, 2005, 28-year-old Lee Sung-seop entered an internet cafe in Daegu, South Korea. He ordered a soda, logged into StarCraft, and began playing. Hours turned into days.
Damn, hours turn into days? Is this 24/7 craft? A coffee craft? What is he in? A coffee cup? Whatever shit? Whatever. What is StarCraft? Is that a good game? Do you guys know about StarCraft? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Witnesses said he rarely moved from his chair, taking only short breaks to the toilet. By the second night, he had been at the keyboard for nearly 50 hours.
You might as well... Actually, no. I was going to say you might as well give him a job there, but he's not moving from his seat.
His posture sagged, his eyes bloodshot, but he kept clicking. The cafe manager urged him to stop, but Lee shook his head and loaded another match. At dawn on the third day, he suddenly collapsed. Paramedics arrived quickly, but he was unresponsive. At the hospital, doctors confirmed cardiac arrest brought on by exhaustion, dehydration, and blood clotting from immobility. He was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The Pokemon Electric...
Did they not provide food and drinks at that cafe? Then the cafe people be like, here, man, here's a drink. Here, it's on me. Just take it. Here, man, here's a croissant. It's on me. Here, just take it. Here's a donut, you know?
On July 9th, 2017, in Iloilo City, Philippines, a 12-year-old boy was playing Pokemon Go with friends. They wandered near a construction site while searching for digital creatures. The boy, holding his phone, climbed onto a metal structure close to overhead power lines.
Who's he looking for, Charizard? Why would you climb an electrical pole? Is he trying to look for electrical Pokemon?
Witnesses said he lost his balance and reached out for support. His hand made contact with a live electrical cable. A loud crack followed, and he collapsed instantly. Friends screamed for help, and bystanders rushed over. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but the boy showed no signs of life. He was pronounced dead from electrocution. Authorities confirmed that he had been distracted by the game, which led him into a dangerous area. The accident was covered by...
Okay, the first part, yeah. He distracted by the game, which led him to a danger. Okay, cool, yeah. Climbing the pole? That's different.
By local news outlets and cited as part of a series of Pokemon Go-related fatalities worldwide, where players, focused on the screen, entered dangerous environments. The Minecraft incident.
What possibly
will it happen?
Okay, unless like the person playing Minecraft like sat on his chair for damn, what were they about to do? Unless the person in Minecraft sat on his chair for like 8 days playing Minecraft, but like, who wants to hear? Like, I can't do it. Okay, hold on. July 19,
2015, a 17-year-old boy entered an internet cafe in
oh my God, ban these internet cafes. They're killing people.
Pampanga, Philippines. He logged into...
Is that the same place?
Minecraft and began what became a marathon session. Witnesses said he played for almost 3 straight days, taking only brief naps at the desk. Staff grew concerned when they noticed he had not eaten properly
or showered,
barely moved from his chair. On the third day,
or took a shit,
he leaned forward to type, his body went limp. He collapsed onto the keyboard and did not get up again. Friends called for help, and staff attempted first aid. Paramedics arrived, but pronounced him dead at the scene. Local doctors later cited cardiac failure linked to severe exhaustion and dehydration after continuous gaming. The Call of Duty swatting. On December 28, 2017, 2 Call of Duty players in the United States got into an online argument over a $1.50 wagered match. One player, Casey Viner.
Please, God, don't tell me they killed one another over $1.50.
Asked another, Tyler Barris, to swat his opponent by calling police to his address. Barris dialed 911 in Los Angeles and reported a fake hostage situation in Wichita, Kansas. The address he gave was not his rival's, but belonged to 28-year-old Andrew Finch, who had no connection to the dispute. Police surrounded Finch's home. When he opened the door, officers ordered him to raise his hands. Confused, he moved slightly, and an officer fired a single shot. Finch was killed instantly in front of his family. The case shocked the gaming world. Barris was later sentenced to 20 years in prison, while Viner received a shorter sentence. The Wii Fit incident.
What the fuck? He thought it was a prank? He seen a SWAT team outside and thought it was a prank? Mind you, they don't call the police for hostages. They call the SWAT team. Or whatever. But why'd they shoot him though? Was his hands not up? They don't just shoot you for walking straight and your hands are up. Unless you're like black.
On December 28, 2009, 25-year-old Tim Eves from Sittingbourne, Kent, received a Nintendo Wii Fit as a Christmas present. Excited to
Wait, hold on. A 25, my age, received the Wii Fit as a Christmas gift. I don't get Christmas gifts no more.
try it, he began using the console's fitness programs on
Oh, he
Boxing
must have been
Day.
fat.
Family members later reported that he exercised intensely for several hours with the
Okay.
balance board and aerobic mini games.
No fat niggas
That
doing that.
evening, after finishing a workout, he complained of chest pains and shortness of breath. His mother urged him to rest. Minutes later, he collapsed in the living room. Paramedics were called immediately. Despite resuscitation attempts, he was declared dead at the scene. An inquest found that Tim had suffered a sudden cardiac arrhythmia. Though rare, doctors noted that strenuous physical activity can sometimes trigger fatal heart irregularities in young adults. The case was widely reported in the UK as the first known death linked to Wii Fit activity. The Counter-Strike incident. On February 26, 2010, in Chongqing, China, two men in their 20s sat in an internet cafe playing
Oh my
Counter-Strike.
god, yo, the internet. No. If I hear next internet cafe situation, we're banning it. You gotta protest.
They began to argue over strategy and insults in the game. Witnesses said the argument grew heated, with both shouting loud enough to attract attention across the room. One man stood up and pushed the other. Staff intervened and briefly separated them, but the fight continued outside the cafe. The aggressor grabbed a knife and stabbed his opponent multiple times in the chest and abdomen. Bystanders called for help, but the victim collapsed on the pavement before paramedics arrived. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
He killed his friend over CS:GO.
Police quickly arrested the attacker, who admitted to losing his temper during the argument. The killing was widely reported in Chinese media as another example of internet cafe disputes turning deadly. Local authorities used the case to highlight the growing problem of violence connected to online gaming in public spaces. The GTA incident.
Uh-oh. What would this be without so far we haven't seen Halo. Halo, if you're not on the list, Halo, I don't know.
2008, in Bangkok, Thailand, 18-year-old high school student Paul Wat Chino hailed a taxi late at night. When they reached his destination, instead of paying, he pulled a knife and attacked the 54-year-old driver.
Why?
He stabbed him multiple times before dragging the body from the car and attempting to drive away. Witnesses quickly alerted police, who intercepted him only minutes later. He confessed that he had been playing Grand Theft Auto and wanted to know what it felt like to hijack a car in real life. Investigators said he showed no signs of intoxication or mental illness, only fixation on the game. The teenager was charged with murder and robbery. He was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. Thai authorities responded by temporarily pulling copies of Grand Theft Auto 4 from store shelves.
Nah. I keep telling my homies GTA 4 was the best GTA. You think, like, not because of this, but, like, this just proves, like, GTA 4 was different. They took it out of game stores.
Citing the killing as evidence of dangerous
This kid right here, he's just retarded. No, like, he's just retarded.
influence. The crime received international
Games have
coverage
no type
and
of
became
influence
one of
on the
first
brain.
game-inspired
A stupid
homicides.
person is just a stupid
The
person.
VR incident. On
Uh-oh.
December 21st,
Let me guess. The person was playing VR, and then he fell out a window.
2017, a 44-year-old man in
A 44-year-old man playing VR? Jesus Christ.
Moscow, Russia, was at home using a virtual reality headset. He moved through his apartment while immersed in the game,
Uh-oh.
unaware of obstacles around him.
Uh-oh.
Investigators later determined that he stumbled while playing and crashed directly into a glass table. The impact shattered the surface, slicing deep into his body. Alone in the apartment, he was unable to call for help. Neighbors reported hearing a loud crash, but did not enter. Hours later, family members found him lying in the living room surrounded by broken glass. He had bled to death from severe wounds to his head and neck. Moscow authorities confirmed the accident, noting that it was one of the first recorded cases of a fatality linked directly to the use of a VR headset.
Damn, that's kind of crazy, like. Damn. Like, you're just enjoying life playing a game, and then you're dead.
The unusual circumstances attracted international attention, with headlines highlighting the hidden dangers
Man,
of
look at this
playing
idiot.
immersive games in unsafe environments. The World of Warcraft incident.
Uh-oh.
On February 1st,
Yo.
2007,
The white nerds, they love this game. I won't be surprised if somebody shot up the whole cafe. Let
a
me guess.
26-year-old
It's not a cafe, let
man
me
walked
guess.
into an internet cafe in Guangzhou, China. He sat down, opened World of Warcraft, and began to play. Witnesses later said he barely spoke, only pausing for instant noodles or brief toilet breaks. Day 1 passed, Then day 2. He remained
Wait,
in
at least he's eating though, right? The other guy didn't eat at all.
the same seat, eyes fixed on the screen, fingers steady on the mouse. By the 3rd day, his movement slowed. At 10 a.m., he suddenly slumped forward onto the desk. Other customers thought he had fallen asleep. After several minutes without motion, staff went to check. They shook his shoulder, but he was limp. An ambulance was called. When paramedics arrived, he showed no pulse. Doctors at the nearest hospital declared him dead, citing cardiac arrest linked to extreme exhaustion and dehydration after 3 days of continuous gaming. The Halo
Damn.
incident.
Oh, what did Halo. I told you if you're not on the list, you're not come. You know Halo has to be on the list. Halo, do you know what Prime Halo was doing to the streets?
On October 20th, 2007, in Wellington, Ohio,
Oh, that's Prime Halo.
16-year-old Daniel Petrick argued with his parents after they confiscated his copy of Halo 3.
I get it.
They had locked the game in a safe, believing
In a
he
safe?
had become dangerously addicted. While they were out, Daniel discovered where the key was hidden and retrieved both the game and his father's pistol. When his parents returned, he confronted them in the living room. He asked them
Hey,
to
mom
close
and
their
dad.
eyes,
Wait, wasn't that
saying,
pausing? Hey, mom and dad, where's that Halo game, Timmy? Now I told you, you're not getting Halo. It's in the safe. I thought you'd say that. Well, look what I found. And look what I found. I don't know what to see no more.
he had a surprise. Instead, he raised the pistol and fired. His mother, Susan, was killed instantly. His father, Mark, was shot in the head, but survived. Daniel attempted to frame his father by placing the gun in his hand. Paramedics arrived quickly and saved
Oh
him.
my god.
Daniel
Poor baby doesn't know about bullet trajectory. And
was arrested and later sentenced to 23 years to life in prison. The case shocked the United States, raising questions about violent video games and teenage obsession. The Pokemon Cliff. On September
damn, Pokemon, you've been here like 3 times now.
7th, 2016, 2 men in Tokushima Prefecture, Japan, were playing Pokemon Go along a coastal path. The mobile game, which used GPS and augmented reality, had become a global sensation only weeks earlier. Players often followed the app into unfamiliar areas while chasing virtual creatures.
Pikachu!
That afternoon, the men, aged 21 and 22, walked together while staring at their phones. The trail narrowed near a steep drop overlooking the sea.
Now, you're telling me that you don't know that you're about to... Alright.
Focused on the screen, they failed to notice the edge. Both fell from a height of more than 65 feet. Emergency responders were called immediately by nearby witnesses. One of the men was found alive but badly injured. The other was discovered at the base of the cliff, unresponsive. He was declared dead at the hospital a short time later. Japanese authorities urged players to pay more attention to their surroundings.
No, you don't have to urge nobody nothing. Because, look, this is a phone, right? Pikachu. Charizard. I could still see what's in front of me. If you can't go on your phone, text and walk and see your surroundings, then you should never, ever, 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 ever pick up a phone while you're driving.
And the case received wide coverage in national and international media. The League of Legends incident.
Oh my
On
god,
November
didn't this already come again?
14th, 2012, a 23-year-old man entered an internet cafe in
Oh
Wuhan,
my god.
China. He sat at a terminal, logged into League of Legends,
Logged into League of Legends. I never logged out again.
and began to play. Staff said he had been a regular customer, sometimes staying for long sessions, but this time he remained in his seat for nearly 23 hours without pause. Other
Without
patrons noticed him
pause.
shifting uncomfortably, rubbing his chest, but he kept on playing. As the morning turned into afternoon, his body weakened.
Wait, what? 23 hours, morning to afternoon.
At
Oh,
3
this is
p.m.,
day 2.
he suddenly slumped back in his chair. His arms fell to his side. The mouse slipped from his hand. The attendant rushed over, calling his name, but he was unresponsive.
His name is
Paramedics
Bruh?
were summoned immediately. By the time they arrived, his pulse was faint and irregular. He was transported to a nearby hospital, where doctors attempted to resuscitate him. He was declared dead shortly afterward. Medical staff attributed the death to cardiac arrest, brought on by fatigue, dehydration,
Dehydration.
and prolonged immobility. It was one of several such incidents reported in China during that
Yeah, we
period.
know.
The Lineage 2 incident.
What the hell game is that? The Lineage 2. The Lineage 2. The Lineage 2.
29th, 2005 in Shanghai, two friends,
my God.
Qiu Chengwei
Let me guess. They entered a cafe.
and Zhu Kaoyuan played the online game Lineage 2. Chu loaned Zhu a powerful virtual sword, the Dragon Saber. Weeks later, Zhu sold it for 7,200 yuan without permission. Furious,
Wait, huh?
Q demanded its return. When Zhu refused, Q reported the theft to police. At the time, Chinese law did not recognize virtual property as real, and no charges were filed. On the evening of March 29th, Q confronted Zhu in person. The argument escalated into violence. Q drew a knife and stabbed Zhu repeatedly. Zhu died from his wounds. Q was arrested at the scene. In June 2005, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole.
Wow, you know what's a good story to take out of this? One, watch your friends. Your own friend sold your shit for 7,000 behind your back. Didn't give you no money. That's snaking. Two, you threw away your entire life for $7,000 when your life is worth more than that, and you'd make more than that throughout a whole year. And shit, man. And then look at both of you guys. It fucked up both of you guys. This whole situation fucked up both of you guys.
Killing became one of the first high-profile cases linking disputes over virtual items to real-world homicide, sparking debate in China over the value and legal status of digital property. The Pokemon Train. On August 23rd, 2016...
Damn, Pokemon again?
In Tokushima Prefecture, Japan, a 39-year-old truck driver was driving on a rural road while playing Pokemon Go. Distracted by the game, he failed to see two women crossing at a railway intersection.
Yo,
the truck struck...
What did I say 2 clips ago? I said if you can't play Pokemon Go while walking on your phone, you should not play while driving. I don't want to hear what happens
Both
next.
pedestrians.
Listen to it.
One woman, aged 72, died instantly. The second, aged 60, was rushed to hospital with critical injuries.